When's the last time you had a sales consultation or a sales discovery call with a client and you just felt like it just didn't go well from the start? The rapport was missing. And when rapport is missing, you're going to have a very, very low chance of converting that person into a sale. So, what you do and how you establish rapport is super critical. So, let's talk about that. And I'm going to share some practical ways that you can shift and establish connection quickly so that your prospect feels safe, they feel seen, and they're more open to your message. They're more open to working with you. So, first and foremost, rapport starts before you even say your first word. And it begins with your mindset and your intention. So before getting onto that discovery sales consult call, take 30 seconds to really ground yourself. Now, I teach some different techniques on things that you can do to get your mindset right before you go into those calls. So whether it's the NLP mandala or whether it's that you have some kind of a mantra, but center yourself. Because when you're running from one meeting to the next and you jump into a call with somebody and you feel a little like rushed or maybe frantic a little bit, that comes across, but they don't necessarily know that. They just know that you're coming across frantic or unprepared. So take some time, so that you can be the best version of yourself in that call right from the get go. And then introduce yourself. This is a simple way to start to establish rapport with somebody, and oftentimes it's missed. And even if you're meeting with somebody on a video conference and it's got their name at the bottom, introduce yourself. And even if your name's there, still say, like, hi, I'm Nikki Rausch, or say what your name is. And like you would do when you're meeting somebody for the first time, even if you're meeting on video. So that's the first thing, is establish that, like, I see you. I'm not assuming that you know who I am. And I want to do everything I can to make it easy for us to be in conversation. So introduce yourself, say your name out loud, especially if you have a name that can be kind of hard to pronounce or has a special way that it's pronounced. Make it easy for the other person. So that's first and foremost. And then instead of just like launching into your pitch, it's important that you spend that first couple minutes establishing rapport. And this is a great opportunity for you to ask some questions. I recommend one question. Pick one. I'm going to give you a couple to pick from. You might say, is it okay to ask, how did you hear about my work? Or is it okay to ask, what prompted you to set up this meeting today if they scheduled it? Or a third question, I love to ask this one, is how did we get connected? Because it's not about like me, it's about us. Like, how did we get connected? And then it gives them an opportunity to be the expert in that moment and sharing like whatever they want to share. So make sure you pause and listen. Don't just like ramrod through and start like launching into your sales pitch and or even your sales questions. Take that time, build that rapport. And then before you really start asking your sales questions, it's important that you ask permission to do that. Now, I teach a whole process on establishing a pre-frame at the beginning, and you can do that. But even if you don't use the pre-frame, you can at least say, now, in order to better understand what you're looking for, what you're needing, or what you're wanting to get out of this meeting, is it okay if I ask you a couple quick questions? Ask permission before you launch into the questions. This is a really great way to shift any kind of resistance that this person might have. And it's also a way for you to build credibility. It shows that you are listening, that you're connected, and that you are being respectful of the other person. Establishing rapport, it really doesn't take very long to do. And also keep in mind that this call is about connection, not convincing. Your job in sales is not to convince people to buy from you. Your job is to establish connection, understand, do they have a need? If you have a solution that meets that need, and do you have permission to put it in front of them? And when you have these things in place, the rapport is there, and it makes the sales process so much easier for the buyer and also for you as the seller. So I am wishing you continued success in all of your sales conversations. And if you like this tip, please like and share, leave your comment. And here's my question for you is, what's one thing that you can do at the start of your call to build connection, to build that rapport? Comment below. And If I can assist you further, please reach out. I'm Nikki Rausch, the Sales Maven. Thanks for your time.